In Kabbalah, we have a very famous concept that's called Chabad. It's the three attributes of Chokhmah, Binah, Vadat. So everybody says Chokhmah, Binah, Vadat, Chabad, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But what does it exactly mean? What does it mean? So if you say, let's take the word Chacham. What's Chacham in Hebrew? Wise or smart or something of that sort, right? Smart. But what does it mean to you if a person is smart? I didn't say wise. Smart. He has a lot of IQ. Does it mean anything? No, it doesn't mean anything. It does not mean anything at all. It means that he just has potential IQ to do great things. However, if he never taps into that, it doesn't do anything. So Chokhmah will be the raw material. And by the way, it's not how much do you have, more how much you use it. Okay? Let's say, for example, a person has 110 IQ, but he put 90% of it to work, versus a person who has 130 IQ, which is a lot, and he puts 50% for it to work. Right? So Chokhmah is that. Chokhmah is the raw material. Chokhmah is the gift given to you, the raw material given to you. Binah mishum lehavin. So Chokhmah is just neutral. Chokhmah is Chokhmah. It's neutral. There's nothing there. You have it, you don't have it, or whatever you have. Binah lehavin, to understand, already indicates to us that there is an action involved. You can eat, by the way. There is an action involved. Lehavin. Ani mevin. In other words, I'm using my intellect to understand certain things. So in other words, if you have the intellect and you are using it, that process of using the pe'ula, the action of using it, when you shift that raw material into a workable, you put it to work, that's called binah. When you process that, the chokhmah, through action, that's lehavin. It's to understand. I understand. Da'at is, as we said, is knowing. To know. Da'at. Ani yode'ah. I'm knowing. Da'at means to know. So in other words, knowing is, or da'at will be the product of the action of putting your wisdom to work. When I know something, it means that I engage in a binah, in an understanding, because I had some question, and that's because it came acknowledged to the fact that I have chokhmah within me. Everybody has chokhmah within him. It is not what you do, but rather how you do. How do you do your thing? So you could have a lot of brains and you choose to do absolutely, to engage in no action whatsoever, so you're never going to come to know. That's why Chazal were very big on being always in action, doing things. Not to sit, Yoshev Batel, right? To sitting down doing nothing. Without use, without purpose. Chazal was always against that. Why? Because ultimately, that procrastination, that lack of willingness to do anything, will cause you to come to not to know. You're not going to come to know. And what do I need to know? I need to know HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How do I know HaKadosh Baruch Hu? When I'm engaging in looking for Him. How do I engage in looking for Him? By understanding that He gave me the Chokhmah to put. So it's a very important concept to understand and to put into our lives. To always be utilizing the gift that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us in order to understand, in order to know. And that's what Chazal says, Gadol ha'ma'aseh min ha'limud. It's greater, if you compare between the two, learning or action is greater than learning. Because limud, learning by itself, without putting it to work, what's the point of it? That's what we say. Lilmod, to learn. Ulelamed, immediately after the limud, learning is good, but you need to be able to teach. Lilmod, ulelamed, lishmor, la'asot, ulekayem, kiyum mitzvot. Doing the mitzvot is dependent upon our willingness to move from learning into action, more active action of teaching. That's where you become more. That's what Chazal told us. Mikol melamdai iskalti, from all those who taught me, I became maskil, I became knowledgeable. Umitalmidai beyoter, and for my students the most. Because when you are learning, you are passive. When you are teaching, you are active. So when you give, you actually learn more. So the more you teach, the more you know. And that's the way it was. Teaching is the ultimate da'at. So everybody to his ability, and it doesn't make a difference what you teach. You need to teach something to someone. You'll be able to be zocheh da'at, and Be'ezrat Hashem, all of us will be able to have true da'at, that we are able to tell between tameh and tahor, between kodesh lechol, to do the havdalah, which HaKadosh Baruch Hu requires from us all the time. Have a great day.